Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family. Hey, this is Darlene stopping by real quick. Hope everybody had a really good day. I'm getting ready to make a really pretty bracelet using these beads right here, hand painted 25 millimeter. I do want to get into making the bigger, chunkier bracelets with the 25 millimeter hand painted wood beads. I got a whole lot, a whole lot of unpainted 25 millimeter beads. So I do need to paint those beads and, you know, actually do something with them once I get them painted. So that's the whole thing. And then I am using some dyed water buffalo bone beads. So I have a couple left right here. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with these. These might become charms too, because I don't like the really flat beads like this to use for bracelets. This one is a nice big one. I can use this one for something, and then probably this one on a bracelet. These two right here. But these other ones I would probably use. Well, here's a small one. I can use this one too. These other ones I will more than likely use for charms, like I did these right here. So these are charms. These are the dyed water buffalo bone beads, and I just went ahead and made them into charms because they're the flatter beads, and I don't like really working with flat beads like this. So this one was another one, and this bead I could have actually used on a bracelet, but I decided to use it this way as a charm and then put that little turquoise piece on here like that. And then we got another little round one. I'm going to use it as a charm, and all these will be charms for the bracelet. And then we have some of the flat ones, these right here. So I'll use these for bracelets, because what will happen is they'll go side by side like this. So that's okay for me to do the side by side. However, these other ones are not side by side. They will have to be flat because a hole goes this way. So the bead will have to lay this way. And that's just too flat for me to be making, you know, to be making a bracelet, or even use it for a necklace or something. They might even be cool for earrings because of the flatness of them. But there's none in here that are the same as far as like shape. So I just got to do what I got to do with them, and you best believe I'm going to find something to do with them. So we have a piece of 1.5 millimeter cord, and I think I wanted to use some of these beads, but I don't know if I can get. So if these beads don't work with 1.5 millimeter cord, okay, that one did. Let's hope we got quite a few of them in here that'll work with the 1.5 millimeter cord, because I want to use these beads and I want to marry them with these bone beads and these beads right here. So I'm hoping, okay, well that works right there. A little tough to pull it through, but that's okay. And then we'll start with the green bead right here. And then let's grab another one of these big beads right here. Okay, and that does work. It's just a little tough to pull it through, and that's okay as long as I can get it beaded. So that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a bead and pretty much do it like this. And I think, okay, I have two of these, and I only have two more of these. So let's see. We'll get it figured out. Okay, that one. And if I use 3, let's go ahead and use one of the bigger beads, and then we'll see what happens on the back end. And then that's how that looks so far. I like that. Just kind of junky and gathered together. Big, chunky. And then we'll grab another one of these. And sometimes you just don't know what you are going to do with certain beads, but then, you know, you'll get an idea. And then I'll use this one right here. Because sometimes you could look at it, you might have beads for a month before you know what you want to do with them. And I think that's how they end up in boxes. Okay, so that's like that. And then, you know what? Let's do the purple one. So we'll put the purple one on here. Oh, let me put this on here first. These nice, big, thick ones is the ones I'm using. Well, and praise God, they'll go through these holes. The thread will go through the hole. And then we'll use this one. And then find another big, chunky one with the hole in the middle. Okay, and like that. And then what I can do is I can use this last bone bead on this side. So we'll do that like that. Oh, and then we'll put use one of these nice big chunkies. Okay, now this one won't fit. So you're going to run into some that's not going to fit, and that's okay. As long as we have more where the wire, the thread will fit, then won't fit, I'll be cool with that. Hopefully this one will fit. Because this is a nice big bead. So that one won't fit. Well, don't start acting up now, beads, okay? Okay, and that one won't fit. I'm sure there's more here where the wire will go through. This one looks like this will fit. Not wire, but the cord. I don't know why I keep saying wire. That one won't fit either. Oh my. Oh, let's try this one. This one is almost going through. Almost. It's like, Darlene, if you don't go on and move on, I want it to fit. That's why. And it won't even go in. That's something. All right, so that just kind of takes away from what I wanted to do. So thank God we got the rest of them on here, right? And then we'll just go ahead and finish it off with these big beads right here, because I'm going to add charms on anyway. And then, and it's pretty even. We're going to put one more bead on here. That's really pretty, right? Let me clean this up because this is kind of like in my way. I'm sure they'll fit. These beads will work with the 1mm cord. And if I use the 1mm cord, it'll have to be, I'll put these beads with like really small beads, 6mm or 8mm, because they're small beads. So I wouldn't put any heavy beads on a 1mm. I only use the 1.5. Okay, so then we have this. And I think I want to use one more bead. Let's see if this is what we want. Yep, that's what we want. Because when I tie it, it's going to be pretty tight, so it pulls it and makes it smaller. So we're going to do 1, 2, tight, 1, 2, tight. I broke my glasses, and I have the good glasses, so I have to keep putting my glasses, pushing them back on my face because they keep falling off. And I got 2 pair of the really good glasses that were like $300 glasses, right? And I won't wear them because I don't want to break them. So I will only wear them like when I go to worship service, if I'm going to a workshop or something like that, so I could wear the better glasses. But when I'm at home, I put on the broken glasses. You can see they broke. So I'll put these on to work with. And you know how we do. We put them on, take them off, throw them on the table, do all that other kind of stuff, so they end up broken. So I was like, well, no, I'm not trying to do that with those other glasses. All right, so we got that really big hole and that really big knot. We're going to pull that in. Nice big chunky bracelet. Rolled on our hand, on our wrist. Ooh, that's really cool, right? And we're going to put some charms on here. That's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Just those colors are just dynamite. So let's find some charms. Oh, I already got some on here. So let's do this. These are, we're going to start right here. Grab our pliers. Go ahead and close that down like that. Make sure it's wire to wire. Wire to wire. And then we got this one, purple. Go ahead and put that right here. And then go ahead and close it. And these are pretty big too. I wanted them pretty big just to have a different look. And then we'll put this one on this side. There. And then we got this one, another purple. So we'll put this one on this side. I really like this charm right here, the way this one looks. That's really pretty. And then we're going to put our last one. We should have put this one over here. That's all right. We're just going to go ahead and throw it over here. No biggie. The little headache we had with this one, as long as we can get the charms on. And then we're going to make a sister bracelet to go with it. I like that. That's really jazzy. And then we're just going to make a second one real quick. Not real quick, but we're going to make a second one. And then I do want to use the, will these beads fit? Oh, that does. Well, you know what? Since that's already on there and it's difficult, I'm going to leave it on there. Let me just stretch this out. Because you know how this cord gets. It gets like real finicky. So I'm going to put that on there, that little red bead. And then I want to use this ceramic. And then I'm going to put this other bead on here. Hopefully it'll go on here again. Okay. So that's what that's going to be. And then I did want to use some more of these, but these are not going to work. So I'm going to just have to bead it 2, 4, 6, and I only have 7 of these big ones, but I do need to put something between them because I'm not going to have enough. So let's see. 7. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. That's real pretty. What we can do, you know what I got? I got some black beads right here. Let me see if this will work. To space it out. And to make sure that the colors match. The black don't really match to me. Hold on a second. I'm gonna let you guys look at it because I'm gonna end up changing it, but I want you to look at it and you tell me if you think the black matches. I'm gonna put 2 of them on here. So you got the black on here. It kind of does, right? With the black beads. I don't really like it with the black beads. I think the turquoise beads will go better, but they won't fit the 1.5 millimeter. But you know what I'm going to do because I want to see what it's going to look like. And I can always get some turquoise beads that have a bigger hole and then just come back and, you know, like remake this bracelet. But I do want to see what it's going to look like. So let's do this. I'm going to take this apart. So I'm going to just use the 1 millimeter cord. I want to see what the set is going to look like. So I can always, oh, here's another one of these beads right here. So I got 8. It's probably some more around here too. So I'm going to use the 1 millimeter just because I want to see what the bracelet is going to look like. The set. I'm going to go ahead and put this red bead back on here. Easy peasy. Look at that. And then put this one. And then this one is black too, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it was like too much, it's too much black with the, too much black with those black beads. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to put these on here. And then I want to use some more of these beads. I'm just going to use a couple of big ones. They should work because this is 1 millimeter. Whew, I done got hot sitting here in a sweatshirt. It's like when I got my sweatshirt on, because it'd be cold, and then I'll get hot, and then I got to take the sweatshirt off, and then I get cold, and then I got to put it back on. I'm like, just, you know what, just whatever. Sometimes you just got to go ahead and just suffer through the heat, because not seconds after I take the sweatshirt off, I'm gonna be cold. Okay, and this is what I wanted to do to see. And then let's see if this, because we only got 2 of these beads left. So I'm thinking, hoping these spacer beads will get us to where we want to be. Okay, then we got this one. Put that on there. Oh yeah, this should work. And then we got this one. Oh yeah, this should work. In fact, we might have 1 bead too many on it, and we do. So we don't need that bead. Yep, and that's how that's gonna look. So let me tie this. Ooh, I don't like working with 1 millimeter. And I got a whole bunch of it left too from when the company had sent it to me. It just seemed like the quality of it is not like it was. Like it's not as, well, not like it is. It's just not as thick as it was a couple of years ago. And I'm sure that's on purpose. But yet, you still charging us the same. Well, no, not even the same. I think the price has gone up on it too. And we're just going to pull that in there. And then, let me put these back in the bag. Get this out my way. And then, that's a beautiful bracelet. Look at that. It's flimsy because of the 1 millimeter cord. I just can't stand that cord. But look how pretty the bracelet looks. And then, oh, do I want to put this on there? Shoot, that might be. Let's put this one on first. So we'll put this one on first, and then we'll put this one on second. So the charms can hang over it like that. Oh my God, look at that. Just big and junky. So what I'm seeing is the charm is not, they're not, wait, let me show you something. So the charms are not hanging as free as they should. And the reason why they're not hanging as free as they should, you see how that's like stiff? It shouldn't be stiff like that. I don't like them stiff like that. So that's stiff. That only means that I need to make a jump ring that's bigger, so it'll be loose between here. So right now, between this bead and this bead, is pretty much smashing it. So it's taking away any flexibility that it has, right? So normally when the jump ring is big enough, it will allow for it to just kind of move freely like that. But they're squeezing it together like that. So that only means I need to make a bigger jump ring, or I could add a second, and I don't like to add second jump rings, like the smaller one, to attach it and it hangs freely. So what I'll do is just go ahead and make some bigger jump rings. And when I make the jump rings, I usually use this paint pen. But when I make them bigger, I use something like this part down here. And that makes it a bigger jump ring. And then I got another little stick over there that I use to make bigger jump rings. So I can see that with this one, but I do like it. So even like with this one, you could just see that they're not hanging as free. And I don't like that. But I do like the way the bracelet looks. Very pretty. Really pretty. So remember, the second one, I said I was going to take it loose, and I am. I'll find some turquoise beads that have a bigger hole that I can use in place of these right here. And then I'll just remake this bracelet, and then I'll remake it to partner it with this set, with this bracelet right here. And then just go ahead and make some bigger charms, because I like this. I really like this. I like the way the charms look on it. I like the color, just everything about it. Just really nice. Very pretty. Just really, really pretty. Did I do that backwards? Yeah, I did it backwards. I've been doing stuff backwards. I'm like, what in the world? Okay, that's how that looks. You guys let me know what you think. Darling Night for Jerry by BDK. And guess what? We'll talk.